We're good. Okay. Hello. Welcome to my channel, Utterly Mental. I hope you're having an incredible day. If you are new here, my name is Veronica and I create videos on the topic of mental health in an effort to break the stigma. On Mondays, I sit down and discuss a topic in mental health that has been weighing on my mind. So today's Monday, and I'm going to be discussing 7 ways to be independent in your relationship. Being independent in your relationship does not mean that you don't want a serious relationship. When you're truly independent, you understand that you still have to make time for your partner and their loved ones, and you still have to be emotionally open. You also have to be willing to compromise on the impactful issues. Let's get into it. Number 1, spend time alone. You may be somebody that absolutely needs your alone time, and that's not something that's going to go away once you get into a relationship. There are a lot of benefits to having your alone time. Solitude, it gives you time to focus on yourself, get to know yourself better and what your goals are. When you both get your alone time, the time you spend away from each other can keep your relationship fresh, and it'll be at a lower risk for burnout. You can learn to balance the time where you get to be alone and spending quality time with your partner. Number 2, spend time with others. When you're independent in your relationship, you understand that it's important that both you and your partner have separate identities. I don't know of anyone that wants all of their outside sources of happiness to only be from your one partner. Maintaining a separate social life from your partner is not only important, but it's also a sign that you're truly independent. Having a different social life than your partner means having your own group of friends and your own activities that you do. Sit down with your partner and plan out a day where they can go out with their group of friends and you go out with your group of friends and you guys do your own separate things. When both you and your partner are hanging out with your own friends, doing your own things, you guys are alleviating that pressure of being each other's one and only companion. Being able to spend time away from your partner comfortably is a big indicator that you both are very secure in your relationship. Number 3, you don't check in with your partner constantly. Checking in with your partner periodically throughout the day via text or phone call is respectful and normal. But when checking in becomes a constant exchange, it may make you feel suffocated. Be okay with letting a couple of days go where you aren't checking in with them. When you guys do connect again, you guys are going to have a lot more things to talk about instead of the unnecessary small talk. Number 4, understand and accept your partner's point of view. Having a different viewpoint from your partner is a great way to establish your independence. Before having a discussion with your partner, agree that you guys are going to hear each other out. Consider the possibility that neither of you are wrong. When you learn how to value and express appreciation for your partner's perspective, you are going to be better able to stay focused on the fact that you guys are on the same team. Number 5, stand up for yourself. If your partner is in the wrong, don't be scared of telling them that. Communicate what you want to your partner calmly and clearly, even if it makes your partner uncomfortable. When you really know yourself, you feel comfortable with speaking up about what your desires and your limits are. Number 6, don't move in together right away. Take things slowly. When you guys move too fast, you guys can fall into a relationship trap where you have unrealistic expectations of what a healthy relationship actually is. Contrary to popular belief, being in love does not mean that you have to rush into living together. Enjoy the time that you do have together and maintain your independence. When the time comes where both of you guys are going to be moving in together, thoughtfully consider and discuss how the cohabitation is going to work so that you guys can start to build a firm foundation. Okay, last one. We're on number 7. Number 7, find out what's important to you outside of your relationship. It can be difficult finding things outside of your relationship that are important to you, especially when your partner is such a big component of your life. Now, to get a little personal, for me, this would be I like to travel by myself. Traveling together can be just as stressful as it is rewarding. But for me, traveling alone would give me a chance to recharge and appreciate who my partner is in my life and how grateful I am for them. Plus, I'd come back with a whole bunch of stories and we'd have a lot to talk about. It is completely and absolutely necessary that you are able to be happy with and without your partner while in your relationship. The wrap up. Being independent in your relationship is having a strong sense of who you are and a clear idea of what you want. Maintaining your independence in your relationship is very telling of your maturity level and how much self-respect you have. And it's absolutely necessary for you to maintain good mental health. If you lose your independence, your relationship will quickly follow. Keep in mind that being in a relationship is about sharing who you are with another person, as well as learning who they are. Thank you guys for joining me again today. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button, give me a like, share this with a friend, and I want to hear from you. Do you and your partner do your own things? Are you wanting to have more independence in your relationship? What would that look like to you? Leave me a comment below and let's discuss it. Again, I appreciate you for joining me again today. Please do not go to bed without finding a reason to genuinely smile. Be kind and take care of yourself. Utterly Mental out.